The next speaker is a software robotics engineer, data engineer, and Women Tech Makers ambassador. She has previously worked at the National Institute of Information Technology as a database management lecturer. She's responsible for tutoring students on database server administration. She has also worked in innovative management services, SRL, as a web developer, and Donnell Technologies, Enugu, as a web developer as well. She's currently building smart innovations with IoT and exploring the world of data science, sharing with us on building and sustaining a tech career. Let's make welcome, with a round of applause, Helen Okereke. Please let's keep clapping till she gets here. And you know man I'm going on.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, thank you very much. Before I start, I would like to appreciate the organizers for having me here, and also thank my Almighty God for bringing me all the way from Enugu State. So it's my first time in Uyo, and it's quiet here, and the road is nice, so I love it anyway. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about building and sustaining a career in tech. All right, now it is one thing to actually start learning a tech skill, and it's something else to start building a career in tech. There's this guy I know back then when I was in app tech. So when we first started, the guy was very serious with C#. He was building some stuff, learning C# so well. So we thought that he was going to focus on... So we thought he was really going to focus on building desktop apps using C#. And then after some time, he went into Flutter and that. So we're like, oh wow, you're no longer doing C#. He started learning Flutter, even though Flutter wasn't among the language we were learning then in school. He started it on his own, and he was learning through the internet. I don't know how he was learning it, but he was still doing well. Sometimes he would call me, Helen, come and see the app I built with Flutter, and it was nice. So earlier this year, I called the same guy, like just to know how he's doing. And I was like, oh, how are you doing? How is the Flutter going? It was like, oh, that he's no longer doing Flutter. He's now doing AI. I was like, wow, you're no longer doing Flutter. What happened? He gave me a lot of excuses. He said that Flutter keeps updating, and when they update, the previous things you've written will be irrelevant. So that he doesn't like Flutter anymore. He went into AI. I said, okay, so what part of AI are you doing now? He was surprised. Like, I said, yes, we have machine learning under AI. We have IoT under AI, data science, NLP under AI. So which particular part of AI are you into? He said that he's still machine learning. I said, okay. So the reason why I said is that some people are still this way. Yes, they have entered into the tech world, but they have not actually started building a career in tech. They are just floating. So now, the excuses he gave me for not doing Flutter anymore, I don't know if that is true because I don't write Flutter anyway. So, but even if it is true, there are some people still thriving in Flutter, right? And if he was building a career as a mobile developer, if he doesn't like Flutter, he could have gone to React Native. So just like we web developers, if you don't like PHP, you can go to Node. There are a series of other languages that you can actually explore. Okay, so you need to follow the best guidance to choosing a career you can sustain. So one of the things that can cause this is if you don't actually choose the career that you can sustain, you keep jumping from here to here. These are the key things to consider when choosing a tech career. The first one is to explore your interests, understand your personal type, conduct an in-depth research on your options, leverage your skills, and then you can start somewhere. Okay, so you need to explore your interests. Identify the parts of tech that have always fascinated you, the parts you're always so curious about. So sometimes people that, some women that do play Candy Crush like me, right? You're playing the game and you're thinking of the whole logic, how it's working. You're curious about how to do this. Okay, then when you want to come into the tech space, if you are really curious about that game development, you can just go into game development. Start from, because this is what you have interest on. Okay. The next is to know yourself, understand your personal type. These are the questions you should ask yourself. Are you always interested in the designs of a product? Maybe once you see a product, the first thing that enters your eye is the design. Like, this is, okay, the color combination is nice. Or maybe when you see someone, you are interested in the color combination of the person. So you can actually go into the design aspect of tech, front end, UI, UX, graphics design, product design, and others. Then do you love interacting with people and convincing them? So you can actually go into sales management, product management, if you're that kind of person that loves talking to people and convincing them about a particular thing. Are you good with numbers and maybe you love mathematics? Then you can actually go into data analysis, data science, just all about data. Do you love stressing your brain and thinking beyond others? So some people, when you're talking to them, you think they're actually with you on the same level. They are thinking something else. Their whole logic is something else. So if you're that kind of person that loves stressing your brain, you can go into software development, the coding part. Then are you always thinking of how to hack something? You're always thinking of how to hack people's social media accounts? Or you're always thinking of how to hack into a Wi-Fi and use the data for free? Then welcome to cybersecurity, ethical hacking. You will do very well there. Then the next is conduct an in-depth research. For each industry you're considering, find out the following. So after examining yourself, if you've actually chosen a particular path, conduct an in-depth research. You've heard me mention a lot of things, maybe UI, UX, product design, and other. You can go conduct a research on them. What is the role? What do they even do in that industry? How much is the average salary? What are the required skills for this course? If I'm to take this course, what are the required skills? What are the things I need to know? Maybe Figma, Adobe XD, wherever. Then, can I really do this? Sorry, next slide. All right, then leverage your skills. Maybe before you tried entering into tech, you've obtained another degree. So you don't have to make the degree irrelevant if you're trying to build a career in tech. So assuming you studied electrical electronics in school, then you can go into robotics, IoT. You will do very well there. Then did you study economics and statistics in school? You can leverage these skills in the part of data analysis, everything about data. Then, did you study psychology in school? You can leverage this skill in software development, coding. Did you study mechatronics in school? You can go into robotics. Then, do you have a skill? Maybe you're a makeup artist or you're a fashion designer. Then, you can go into the design aspect of tech. Then you start somewhere. Do not wait any further.
get the right guidance, and start immediately. So how do you sustain your chosen career? So that it won't be just you coming into the design space and then tomorrow you are into AI now. So the first one is choose the right resource, but do not limit yourself to a particular resource. Sometimes I hear some people say that tech is actually data consuming. Why? They will go to YouTube and download videos of 10 hours, how to learn C language in 10 hours, how to learn HTML in 15 hours. And even after watching that video, they will not still learn everything. Maybe they will just get one thing, they will not learn everything, and they'll still have to go and download other videos. So the best is to use a roadmap. Maybe you can go to W3 Schools, Free Code Camp, use their roadmap there and learn topics by topic. So for each topic, you download videos, maybe 4 or 5 minutes on that particular topic. And you will learn it better. If you don't understand this video, you download another one just for 5 minutes and you will learn it better. Then practice your new skills every day. Don't just be one of those people watching tutorials, right? As you're watching, also be putting it into practice. When they write this, you write too. Make sure that it's working for you. You can build projects. Think of something to do. The more you build projects, the more you understand what you've learned. Then get a mentor and join a community. This is not a journey that you can embark on just on your own. You need to get a mentor. Because sometimes, even when you succeed in this, you're trying to get a job. Some companies will employ you and offer you nonsense, just a less pay that when you start the job, you understand what you actually signed up for. So it's the role of your mentor to guide you on this, to guide you on your career and everything. Join a community just like this. You can attend events like this, network with people, network and connect with other techies. Don't live here without making friends. So friends who you wake up at midnight and tell them to help you and debug your code. So don't live here without making such friends. Because in this world of tech, if you're doing it alone, sometimes you encounter a problem that will actually keep you for sometimes a month. You've not solved that issue. And what's the next? You give up. You don't want to do it anymore. Nobody is helping you. So but when you have friends who can help you with this, who you can talk to, then it will be easier for you to navigate through. Build projects and apply for jobs. So not just you learning, build projects and also apply for jobs, right? The goal is to keep improving and to earn money. The next, please. The job search strategy. So finding your first job in tech without any experience is hard, right? Is it hard? Okay, so it's actually very hard. Next, please. And there are some things I listed out. It's for you to assess yourself and set your goals. Not all jobs are for you. Not all jobs are for you in tech. So you need to assess yourself and set your goals. Know the particular job you would like to do, the particular place you would like to work. And this is where you should channel your energy through. Prepare your CV and cover letters. Then showcase your projects on GitHub. You might think that those people building their projects and then showcasing them on LinkedIn, Twitter, you might think that they are making noise, right? But you don't know what they are doing for themselves. So some people can just go through their profile and know exactly what they are doing. They can contact them. Oh, I see you are doing this. Please, can you help me to do this? They've gotten a job from there. Then utilize job boards for job search. So you can utilize job boards like LinkedIn, set reminder on them. And then they can be able to remind you, give you mails about jobs that come up in your area. Then be persistent and be confident. Without this last part, every other thing you're doing might not even work. Because when you are called for an interview, if you're not so confident about yourself, about what you can do, you might not even get it. So I'm just going to talk about how I got my first job. I think then I set a reminder on Facebook. So the job came up on Facebook and I saw it. I said, okay, let me apply for this job. And each time on my CV, I will always write no experience, which is an X, because when they see it, they'll be like, how will I employ this person that has no experience? So that's why you need to build projects, join hackathons. These are the kind of things you can put on your CV. Even if you don't have them online, you can go there with your laptop, show them what you've done so far. That's your projects. Okay, so I think when I went to the company, after applying, they called me for an interview, and when I went to the company, I was the first to go there, and I thought I was the only one. Other people also came. So among those people, there was this guy. The CEO came in and was like, okay, these are the people applying for web designer role. The guy was like, no, I'm not applying as a web designer. I'm applying as a web developer. I don't build, if you call me a designer, it will look like I just get templates and work on them. I actually develop from scratch. The guy was so confident. The CEO said, okay, call me. And he was the first to be interviewed, even though I was the first person to go there. Okay, I was still very confident within myself. And then after everything, I was called up. Now, this particular thing that happened should have given me enough reason to look down on myself, and I'll be like, and they were all guys, I was the only girl. And I'll be like, oh, are you sure that I will even have a chance here? But I wasn't afraid. I still had that confidence. So after everything, I was the one that later got the job. So I don't have enough time. I won't really go into the details, but I had to show them my projects. So they're not going to employ you just like, you need to show them what you actually did, what you can do. Next, please. Now, these are the key things to remember. Do not choose a tech career because of how much money someone told you they make. Okay, you're probably going to stop somewhere if you go into AI because of how much you heard that AI developers are earning. You might not even have that head. And because of the money, you're going into that space. So you are going to fall back on the way. The next, remember, while AI is important, it is not the only way in tech. Your skills can lead you to success and innovation in your unique direction. In the world now, it's as if AI, if you're not in AI, if you're not doing machine learning robotics, you are wasting your time, right? So, but that's not the only way. As a product designer, as someone that wants to go into design, you can still start as a product designer. Go into that space and you can make waves in that space. So all you need to do is to keep advancing yourself. You can leverage AI tools and use it to do great things in your own specific area. The next. Remember, you must not have a degree before you can start a career in tech. You must not have a degree. Next. Remember, search for a job that matches your skills with confidence and be persistent. You're going to face rejections. Yes, you're going to face rejections. But be confident, keep applying over and over again. Don't even get tired of applying. And be confident while doing that. Next. Remember, build an online presence for yourself. Don't be scared of showcasing your projects and skills online. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to conclude with this. Some people have this misconception that before you enter into coding, you must know mathematics. Have you heard that before? So some people have that misconception, but I'll tell you that before you enter coding, you must not go and start learning algebra, start mathematics all over again, please. So as far as you know you are going to encounter mathematics in coding, just don't hate mathematics. That is the only thing. Don't hate mathematics. So each time you go, whichever mathematics you see, you learn it. It's not for you to go and start learning mathematics all over again. If not, me that is an IoT engineer, it's not like I even knew, I didn't know physics before. And you can't do without physics in that space. But I was learning from each practice I do. I will learn a new thing and I keep advancing myself. Thank you very much. So, yeah, you can follow me on any of these social media platforms.